Hi there everybody, it's Helen here. So this is a relatively short video about why is it important to raise our vibration. You might have heard this so many times but not really quite understanding what the relevance of vibration is and why is it talked about so much now as to why we need to raise our vibration. So this takes a little bit of background and I'm explaining this from a foundation of me having worked through this myself over a number of years. It may not be quite technically accurate in terms of if a scientist was to hear me explaining this, he might or she might pull me up on this, but it's how I visualize it, how I've sort of managed to interpret it in my head so as to be able to see the relevance as to why this is important. So I shall try and explain this in my way. So I think the most important thing to do is to go back and to say that everything is energy. I'm energy, you're energy, my phone here is energy, the floor I'm sitting on is energy, my glasses are energy, paper and pen are energy, spirit is energy, rocks and sand are energy. They all just vibrate at a different speed. So vibration is measured in frequency or hertz. So the frequency is the speed at which the waves of energy travel. And if you think about how we hear, we know that we receive sound waves. Now we can hear people talking, and that sound, different sounds travel at different speeds. So for instance, a dog whistle, we can't hear, but we know it exists. Science has proven it exists as a sound because dogs can hear it. But because it's travelling at such a high speed and the waves are much more rapid and frequent, it's the speed is a lot faster. Can you see that the waves are quite frequent here? So that's the frequency of the sound waves travelling. They travel at a much faster speed. Just because we can't hear it doesn't mean to say that it doesn't exist. And so if an energy is moving at a slower speed, you tend to get this lower, slower movement or speed of energy wave travelling. Now you might have heard people talking about third dimensional existence, fourth dimensional, fifth dimensional. Now life on Earth has been said to be at sort of what they call a 3D level, third dimensional. So the energy that's been existing on planet Earth has been much sort of slower, sluggish. We are denser beings. So hence why you can create something, you can make a chair, you can model clay. It's something that you can grasp, it's something that you can feel. And sort of it would be travelling at this kind of speed, a third dimensional speed. However, as I've just mentioned, a dog whistle, the sound of that, the sound waves, we can't hear. We wouldn't know it existed unless a dog responds to it, which it does. So the same could be said for maybe people saying that spirit doesn't exist, that the angels don't exist. Well, they do. It's just that their energy operates at a higher vibrational frequency. Some people are said to be able to see them. Some people are able to hear spirit. I am clairaudient. So I am able to pick up on those energy frequencies via my ears, my internal mechanism of hearing. So that's like clairaudience. So just to go back to the speed, now I'm going off tack here a little bit. So can you see that the slower the speed of energy, you could, if it got any slower, it would almost get to what we might see or call flatlining. So that's like death. You know, on the heart monitor, you see it in the emergency room, you've got the ECG monitor, and every now and again you'll get the blip of energy. But it can do, if somebody's died or passes over, you get like this beep, this flatlining, so there's no vibration there. Could you also see, though, that the faster the speed of travel of our energy waves, you get something like this happening? And could you see that the faster it travels, you might actually get to, let me just do it, I'm just trying. So if the speed of those energy waves get faster, you're getting closer to being just one. And this is where we are heading. We are getting to oneness. The world has been split in like an energy of duality. There's black, there's white, there's plus, there's minus, there's in, there's out, there's up, there's down. There's wrong, there's right. It's the energy of polarity. But that is becoming more balanced out. Our energies are rising. The planetary energies are rising. This is where the ascension process comes in. And we are ultimately working towards oneness, whereby our energy vibrational speed rises and we are able to meet better or become closer to what we call the higher realms. So that is our ability to be able to connect with the angels, the ascended masters, souls on the other side. Again, like the dog whistle, just because we can't hear it doesn't mean to say that it doesn't exist. It's just that it operates at a different vibrational frequency. Some people are already able to communicate. Some people can see it. Some people can hear it. I can hear it. Some people can just sense it, or some people just know it or feel it. So you've got your clairaudience, you've got your clairsentience, you've got your claircognizance, clairvoyance, being able to see it. So this is where your senses, our sight, hearing, our touch, all of our senses become more finely tuned to be able to sense, become aware of, gain a higher level of consciousness about what is around us. A lot of the time on earth, earthly existence has meant we felt separate from those energies. But we aren't, it's just that we haven't been aware of them. So the point is that we are being called to raise our vibration, which means that the things that have wounded us, hurt us, made us feel separate, alienated us from other people, from ourselves, Wounds, negative emotions, negative self-thoughts, they all operate on a much slower vibrational frequency. And so when those energies remain within inside us, it's sort of, the phrase, it brings us down. It keeps us feeling down. It keeps us feeling low. It keeps us feeling separate. But we can actually work to release those energies and to help us operate at a much higher vibrational frequency. We can lift our energies, we can lift our emotions, we can more finely tune our sensory mechanisms so that we can match or get closer to energies, bodies that exist at higher level planes. And so this is why there's a lot of talk at the moment about raising our vibration, because Mother Earth, our planet Earth, is also an energy. She's said to be a sentient being. Her energies are rising. And so for us to be able, as humans, to continue existing and living on Earth, unless we match or rise with her, match her vibrational energies, it's going to be extremely hard for us to exist. So many of us are being called to do the inner work to release a lot of these denser energies, to purify our systems. So some of it's also about what we ingest, which could be food, it could be drink, but could be about what it is we ingest on an emotional level, on thought level. What is it we take in? What is it we allow in? How are we operating? Can we see things from a higher perspective? When we're operating from a lower perspective, a more denser way of living, we tend to only see things as black and white. But if you operate at a higher vibrational frequency, it's a bit like the hawk hovering. It can see things from a bird's eye view. You can see all or more angles. It's not just black and white. It's not just right or wrong. There's everything in between. And so I'm not sure if I've explained things very well, but I just wanted to try and give a bit of a sample explanation of what it is, sort of a workshop, a 4-part workshop I'm going to be producing, and it starts on January the 29th, 2025. It's via Zoom, it's for women. It's to help you raise your vibration, but it's also to help you embrace being highly sensitive, because many of us have been very, very highly sensitive, which means that we've already been operating from this level, from this speed, this vibrational frequency, but life felt harsh. We felt alone. We were made to sort of forget about it and lower our vibration. And it didn't feel nice. It hasn't felt good, and it's brought trauma, it's brought wounding. But now we are able to let go of a lot of that. We are being called to embrace our sensitivity, our ability to tune into the higher realms. And this is why I've been explaining this a little bit, just to give you a little bit of a taste as to what it is I'm going to be delivering. Anyway, I hope this helps. Let me know in any of the comments below if it's made sense, or if there's anything you don't understand, or even if you'd like to know a little bit more about embracing being highly sensitive. Thanks for listening. Take care. Bye-bye.